Good morning, Facebook friends and family. It's Thankful Thursday time again. I wanted to start by saying I hope everyone's having a fantastic week. And this today's topic is about influential people in our lives. And there's probably a lot of people in your life that have influenced you, and maybe you didn't realize. And I want to recognize first my grandmother. My grandma was amazing. And one of the things that I remember most about her is what a hard worker she was. She was always doing something. She could never sit still. Um, we would make the joke between my cousins and I that we'd be drinking something or eating something, and we wouldn't even be done with it. We'd put our glass down, and she'd already be washing it. And so, of course, we get mad, Grandma, what are you doing? But it was just her work ethic. She was always a hard worker. I loved that we would come home from school and she would look at the refrigerator like, oh, there's nothing to eat. And there could be, when we look at it, maybe two things in the refrigerator, and somehow she would, I'm not talking about she'd make a sandwich for us. I mean, she'd make a meal for us, and she'd somehow whip up something amazing and give us something really good to eat. So she was extremely resourceful. Um, and I love that about her. And she could fix anything. I mean, when I say anything, I'm talking about plumbing. I mean, you name it, she could do it. Again, resourceful. She just was definitely one of a kind. So definitely influential. Wasn't prepared for that. Very influential. So I appreciate that. What a wonderful role model. But also there's other, people in my life recently who've been really amazing role models and leaders, and I want to recognize them. So, and some of these people I've actually I don't think I've even told them before. And what better way to thank somebody besides thanking them, publicly. So another person I want to recognize, someone in my life, was a counselor. Her name was Mrs. Blackerby. And what I loved about her, she gave it to you straight. She was my high school counselor, and I remember going into her office. I think it was sophomore year, and we're sitting there. We're talking about college. She's like, "You got good grades. You're on the right track." And she's just laying things out. And then she tells me, "What schools do you want to apply for? What do you want to do?" And so at the time, I wanted to be an engineering major. So those who know me, math and science pretty easy to me. And so I was thinking I wanted to go into engineering. So I kind of told her a couple schools I wanted to go to, junior college, San Jose State. And she looks at me, stares me in the face, and she says, "Really? You want to go to a bronze platter or a silver platter? Those are good schools, but why aren't you applying for Stanford? Why aren't you applying for the UC system?" And she encouraged me, to apply. I ended up going to UC Irvine, but she really encouraged me to think bigger, right? Think bigger. And she encouraged me, helped me, applied, and got into a few different schools. But I'm really thankful for that she helped me to think bigger and to not and I wasn't settling if I would have went to one of those schools, but she saw greatness in me that I didn't see. And so I really appreciate that. And I did get to thank her. I saw her at the airport when I came home for school that freshman year for Christmas break. And I remember telling her thank you. And she just shook her shoulders at me because that's just who she was. And I love that about her. She's just, like I said, straight shooter. And I want to thank some people in my life right now that are really have been influential. I'm taking a few classes. I want to thank Tony Agers for his servant leadership. He sacrifices every Sunday to help other people's goals and dreams come true. So thank you, Tony Agers. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all that you do for me and for everybody that's in our class. You're an amazing man. I also want to thank Pastor Shana for her class. It's called The Best Year Ever. I've been in the class for a few weeks now. Reading some fantastic books. Thank you, Pastor Shana, for opening my eyes last week. I told her about a long-term goal that I had, and she asked me, "Why not now?" It's like, oh. You're right. Why not now? So something that I'm going to be working on in the next, I'd say, quarter is a dream of mine, which is to have a financial course online. So that's coming. So I'm excited about that. I want to thank David Mons for always being so encouraging and just there for me. I really appreciate you. And I have tons of more mentors. I'll be on here all morning, but I want to thank Kai Deering as well. Thank you, Kai Deering, for being just so real. I love that you are the same all the time. You show me that you can be truly who you are, no matter where you're at, what you're doing, and I really appreciate that. So I just wanted to encourage all of you that being a mentor doesn't mean you have to do something in particular, meaning like you don't have to have a class every Sunday like 20 Acres. You don't have to. But what you can do is you can be encouraging to other people. Sometimes it's just a sentence that I can remember that someone told me, and anytime that things are getting tough, I'll remember what that person said. And so it doesn't cost very much. And some of the things that I've said, like I said today, I don't know that I've even told some of my mentors those things. And so I think it's really important that we say those things to the people that are important in our life, because that can be inspiring and encouraging to them, or just to maybe your coworker. Say something positive to them, encourage them to do maybe the things that they don't think they're able to do, but you see that greatness in them. So just wanted to wish you all a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.